Hey everyone, Den Haring here. Channel's Fish Den 365. Welcome back. Today we're going to do a tackle warehouse unboxing. I got a decent sized box here to unbox for you today. Thought I'd share what we have in this box. You know, as a fisherman and a YouTuber, I think it's part of my responsibility to be aware of some of the later items that are coming out, some of the new types of tackle and fishing gear, and to try and do some fair reviews of them. And so even before I had the YouTube channel, I would always spend a lot of time researching what seems to be working out in the field for people by looking at reviews and articles and these kind of things about different fishing items. So what I'm going to be opening today has gotten a lot of good reviews. Some of these items I've gotten already, others I've never had before, and so I'll share what I have in the box here with you right now. Alright, so the box is stuffed to the gills, and that's good. You might remember a while back I did a video at Possum Lodge, and I had some little creeper sunfish, and that's the first thing that's jumping out at me right here is the All-American Trash Fish by Little Creeper. I'm going to open this up and show it to you. So take a look at this thing. This is a really good looking, realistic looking bait. The thing that makes these creepers pretty special is how soft the tail and the fins are. With just a little bit of shaking, you can see that kind of movement that's on them. And so that's got to be a very lifelike presentation in the water. So looking forward to fishing these. I've never fished them. Can't wait to get these things out in the water. This one's called a Little Creeper Baby Trash Tucked Out LC Hitch, which is the color. And so good looking bait. Let's see what else we got here. So I got a number of baits from Megabass, soft plastics from Megabass. This is called the Hazadong Shad. This is a 4.2 inch shad bait. I've heard a lot of good things about this. It's a more subtle action than the Swing Impact Fat from Kitech that I like so much. So I'm thinking that when the water's colder, this could be a good presentation. I also understand that this is very good on a drop shot. So looking forward to experimenting with this. This is called Green Pumpkin Shad. I like that color. Hopefully you can see it through the package pretty well. You got a real dark back and that light belly. That's a typical bait fish color. Actually, all fish are darker on the back, or most of them anyway. Probably all in freshwater. Darker on the back, lighter belly. Beautiful profile there. Here's a smaller size Hazadong Shad, same color, but a much smaller size. So this could be really good on a drop shot. I see this as being a great smallmouth bait on drop shots. Looking forward to playing around with these. Then sticking with the Megabass, we've got more Hazadong Shads. This is called Nuba EBI color. And check this out, Ghost Shad. That's aptly named. Pretty cool. Then I've got the Little Creeper All-American Trash Fish. This is the Little Creeper Trash Fish. Again, tucked out LC Hitch is the color. It's the same bait as this one that I've already shown you. It's just a bigger size. So bigger presentation for some bigger fish. Can't wait to try it. So then another Little Creeper bait here. This is the first size. This is called Tucked Out Blueback Herring. So that's a nice color there too. Just a different color, same size as the first one. Show these to you last. So here's a bait called a Dark Sleeper. It's another Megabass bait, and it really looks a lot like a darter or a little baby goby. Take a look at that. Again, I've been hearing some good things about this. It comes pre-rigged. It's got a little head in it and a hook. Let me pull this apart and give you a better look at it. Look at that little tail moving there. Very interesting bait. It's got that real faint orange belly. This time of year, winter, this could be a killer. Just you would retrieve this extremely slowly, dragging it on the bottom. I'll have to try it because I do like the bait. Would help if I would put it back in here the right way. Okay, so here's another dark sleeper. This is a bigger one, a 1/2 ounce. I think the other one was a 1/4 or 3/8. 3/8 was the other one was 3/8 ounce. This is a 1/2 ounce. Good looking color. Again, it looks like a sculpin, or so most waters have sculpin in them. So you already, even if you don't have gobies in your water, this could still be a very good presentation because sculpins, they live almost everywhere. So looking forward to fishing it. Just a bigger size. This color here is called Haze. It's called Haze. Interesting color name choice there. All right. And we've got a river to sea bait here. This is what they call a glide bait. And this one, I heard a lot of good things. Now, I already own 2 of these in different colors. But I heard there's something about this color that fish all across the country that just drives them crazy. It's called light trout. This is the 168. This is the river to sea S-Waver 168 size. They also have a larger size. And so this is a glide bait. It just has this very slow action. It actually looks like this as it's coming through the water. And you can jerk it. You can fish it a number of different ways. But I heard that this light trout color just drives the fish crazy. So I'm going to find out for myself. I'll change the hooks out on this thing and I'll try it and see how it does. I really love the action of the other 2 I have. I have a couple different colors. Didn't get a whole lot of a chance to fish them this year because I got them a little late in the game, but next year I'll be throwing these. And one of the ways you can use a glide bait like this isn't just to catch fish. By the way, they do a great job at catching big fish, but there's also this tendency to pique the curiosity of bass, especially large bass, with a bait like this. And so you can draw them out of cover and they'll come and follow it. So even if you don't catch them, it could be a great search bait to help you find a fish. And then you can throw a different presentation to them to catch them in case this one doesn't lead to hookups. So a couple ways to fish this bait. All of it can be advantageous. And that's about it. We have one last bait here. And this is by Seville. This is called a vibrato. Now I talked about this in another video. There was a video that I think the video was called A Secret That Mark Zona Knows, and it came out of the fact that I watched a video that he was doing, and he was fishing one of these baits, and I did not know it at the time. I never saw anything like this before that time, and so in the Mark Zona video, he's actually, and I'll leave a link to that video, he's actually throwing this bait, this vibrato. I didn't realize what he was throwing. To me, it looked like a spoon that he had drilled a hole in. So I took a spoon and I made a whole video out of this. A spoon that's very much shaped like this. It's called a Duh spoon, or D-U-H spoon, and it's made by Blade Runner. And so I drilled a hole in it and I made my own vibrato out of it, and it worked really well. So here's the neat thing about a spoon like this. This is not a spoon, right? It's really set up to be a blade bait. So it's got the hole in here in the back. And if you know what a blade bait is, by the way, here's a good example of a blade bait. This one's from Bass Pro Shops. It's called a laser blade. It's basically a hunk of metal, and it's got this lead on it here. So this is actually set up to fish the same way because you attach to the bait right here. When you throw this out and lift up on the bait or retrieve it, it vibrates violently, and you can feel that vibration right through your rod. This vibrato does the same thing. It vibrates violently. The difference between the vibrato and the blade bait, though, is that when you stop retrieving the blade bait or stop lifting it up and you're letting it fall, it just falls. It doesn't do a whole lot. It might shimmy just a little bit. But this one, when you let it falls like a spoon. It has this crazy spoon-like action as it goes down. So you got the best of both worlds with a bait like this. It's got the vibration of the blade bait, and it's got the fall of a spoon. A great idea. I wish I would have came up with it because I really like the idea. As you know, I always like these baits that I call hybrid baits, and this is another example of a hybrid bait. It's a spoon and it's also a blade bait. Great idea. So I bought 3 of these Sebils. This one is called Hologram Green, and I also got Hologram Natural Shiner. Don't know if you can see that in there. Same bait, just a different color. And so that's the whole unboxing for today. I hope you got something out of that and enjoyed it. I want to tell you right now that my very next video is going to be all about blade baits. Some people associate blades with spinner baits, but a blade bait is not a spinner bait at all. It's a hunk of metal, like we said, that's got some lead weight on it, and so it's quite heavy. It's usually a ½ an ounce, 3/4 of an ounce. It gets down quickly because it's a small profile, but when you lift up on the rod, it vibrates like crazy. So our next video is going to be all about blade baits. They are one of the top baits you can throw in the wintertime when that water is very, very cold. It works from the 50s, and it works better through the 40s, and it works right down into the 30s very well. So all about blade baits will be the next video. Stay tuned for that. If you like this video, please give me the thumbs up. Hit that like button. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell. That way you'll get a notification for when the next video is coming out, and this one's going to be a good one. I tell you that right now. In fact, I was just out fishing with blade baits with my son just yesterday, and he hooked a giant muskie. They catch everything. That's the great thing about blades. He hooked a giant muskie. We got it to the boat, almost netted it, and then he turned. The muskie turned funny, and the line got in its gill plate, and it just cut his line. I got a video of that. I'll show it to you right here. Remember, we're certified Bassified. We'll see you on the water, and may God bless your fishing endeavors.